Ivy had always been a dreamer. Since she was little, she spent hours reading fantastic stories and imagining places where she could be something extraordinary. However, her life in the small town of Greenfield was ordinary. She was a student at the local school, spent time with friends, and helped her mother at the family clothing store. Despite being a good student and having loyal friends, Ivy felt that something was missing in her life. One night, while exploring her grandmother's attic, Ivy found an old, dusty mirror. The frame was ornate with intricate patterns, and even covered in dust, the mirror seemed to shine in a peculiar way. Intrigued, Ivy wiped the surface with her blouse sleeve, and when she looked inside, she saw not only her reflection, but also a vision of another life. In the mirror, she was not just Ivy, the girl from town. She was Ivy, the famous Hollywood actress, surrounded by fans and paparazzi. The image was vibrant and full of glamour, with her receiving awards and living in a luxurious mansion. The scene left her fascinated, but at the same time, a small voice in her mind questioned whether this was the life she truly desired. In the following days, Ivy tried to focus on her studies, but the image of the mirror wouldn't leave her mind. One day, on her way home from school, she decided to take another look. When she approached the mirror, something magical happened. She was sucked into it. Ivy found herself in a bright, noisy world. It was the life she had seen before, the life of a celebrity. She was surrounded by famous people, attending glamorous events, wearing designer clothes, and being admired by everyone. At first, the excitement enveloped her. She was living the dream she had always wanted. However, as the days passed, Ivy began to realize the price of fame. The loneliness and pressure were overwhelming. The people around her seemed more interested in her image than in who she really was. One night, while preparing for a gala event, Ivy looked at her reflection and felt a wave of sadness. She realized that, despite the glamour, something essential was missing in her life: true love and genuine connections. That same night, while leaving the party, Ivy found a small portal that led her back to the mirror. When she returned to her original world, Ivy felt a wave of relief. Her simple life in Greenfield awaited her, and she realized that, despite not being famous, she had people who truly loved her. Her mother, her friends, and the community were what truly mattered. But the happiness of being back didn't last long. Curiosity consumed her, and on a moonlit night, she decided to return to the mirror and explore the other universe again. This time, Ivy found herself in a new reality, a world where her life was simple but full of love and joy. She met a young man named Leo, a talented artist who lived in a small, colorful house. He had no fame, but his passion for art and kindness touched Ivy's heart. Together, they spent hours painting, laughing, and dreaming. Ivy had never felt so alive and so loved. As time passed, Ivy realized that in this world, true happiness didn't come from fame, but from the little things: a shared sunset, laughter, and the warmth of a sincere hug. The connection she had with Leo was deep and true. She found herself falling in love with him, and he seemed to feel the same. However, the reality of being a celebrity still attracted her, and Ivy found herself in a dilemma. She could have the best of both worlds, but in which world did she truly want to live? One night, while walking on the beach with Leo, Ivy had an epiphany. She remembered all the times she had dreamed of being someone special, but the truth was that she already was special. The love Leo offered her was more valuable than any award she could receive. She decided she needed to make a definitive choice. Ivy returned to the mirror, but this time, instead of entering, she turned and looked at her reflection. What she saw was a determined young woman. She understood that she didn't have to choose between one universe or the other. She could carry with her the lessons learned and the experiences of both worlds. With a new purpose, Ivy decided that the true celebration of life was in living authentically, with love and the courage to be who she really was. When Ivy explained to Leo about her discovery and her decision to return to his world, he was excited. Leo didn't want Ivy to leave, he wanted to accompany her. He proposed that they find a way to cross over to Ivy's world, where they could live together, blending their simple and creative lives with a bit of the glamour Ivy knew. So together, they walked to the mirror, Leo holding Ivy's hand as she spoke the words that opened a portal. With a bright flash, the two were sucked into the mirror, and in the blink of an eye, they found themselves in Greenfield. Ivy was nervous but also excited. She introduced Leo to her mother and friends, and everyone was enchanted by the young artist. Leo brought his colors and creativity with him, and soon he became integrated into the community. Together, Ivy and Leo began organizing art events and exhibitions, transforming the simple life of Greenfield into a vibrant canvas of love and expression. Over time, Ivy realized that she didn't have to choose between fame and simplicity. She had found a balance between the two worlds. Leo became her partner in everything, and together they created a space where art and love flourished. Ivy began to feel fulfilled, not just as an ordinary young woman, but as a creator who inspired others to follow their dreams. Thus, Ivy and Leo lived happily, always exploring new forms of art and love, showing that the true value of life lies in the connections we make. They became legends in Greenfield, not for their fame, but for the authenticity and love they shared. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe.